what we have seen yesterday, one is our data types in Java, and second thing is basic operator. There are a lot of operators available in our programming language, that are uh, logical operator, bitwise operator, and relational arithmetics. And one more thing is assignment operator. So this kind of operator we have seen yesterday, and also there will be some loop concept we have seen. Which kind of loop we have, while loop, for loop. Also there will be switch case. That's for controlling our uh, program. For suppose there's conditional statement will there, so for that. And one more thing we had seen yesterday, that was array. So array example we had seen that for that was our one-dimensional array yesterday. Okay. So today we will see two-dimension of array, as well as how can we error handle. If suppose we are getting, as you can see, whenever we are running our application, so sometimes we will get error, there is some exception will be there. So how can we handle those exception? And in array also there will be something like hash table, hash map. Okay, so those things we'll see what is the hash map, how can we handle it. So there actually the hash map and array has come into our collection framework. Okay, there's Java util package will be there, also utility side, and Java collection framework will be there. So in that collection form, we can get number of interface, collection of interface and classes, which help us to storing those data and processing those data efficiently. So that framework help us also for useful classes and having lot of function, which will be makes programmer to complete his task very easy way. Okay, so these all are program which we had seen till date. Okay, first we had seen the basic program. This is simple program, first one. Okay, then we had seen number of loop, how to create object. That was array class which we have seen yesterday, and also the input output function we had seen, where input given by user and then we can get. So array is nothing but your collection of uh, data. There's a sequential data, like similar kind of data. There is same kind of your you can say data types. Okay, if suppose we are using integer, so there is same kind of integer value will there. There is no integer and character in between. Okay, so this kind of declaration there, we can declare our variable in array like this: int, this bracket, then my list. Then this is one way to declare our variable. Second way will be like this. Here we can just declare our variable as well. Okay, and we can see also we have seen yesterday two loops. One is a for loop and second is a for each loop. Okay, so for loop, as you know, there is some, first is our initial variable initialization, then condition of the particular uh, mm, program, and what condition you have to follow, and then we have the increment. So this kind of activity is seen for loop, and then another loop. This is a new one. It is coming in 1.5th version of Java. So there will be integer whatever thing we are declared here. The same kind of data type we can use here also. So you can use anything here for initializing purpose. E, I, A, B, C, D, anything, or even like write here elements or item job, whatever you would like to write. So colon means it's a to, from, to, till. this one. My element means this element. So in this element, my list, everything will be come into this place, and one by one it's come. This loop is running from indexing point of view. There's come zeroth location, first location, second, third, fourth, like that. So it will be very easy loop for array. This is the nearly one. Okay. Now, as we had discussed yesterday also, and there will be our topics what we have to cover. If suppose you are having some query anywhere, anything in between our this syllabus also, what topics we covered or that's pending from us. uh, okay, so pending is okay, pending will cover later on, but whatever topics we covered, if suppose you are getting some difficulties, so please let us know. You can send your query to us, and I will answer you as soon as possible. Okay, so till now we had the same introduction of Selenium, and how can we handle our Selenium ID scripting. Okay, so meanwhile, till the completion of the Java concept, you can use Selenium ID for recording and play your test script, and then just execute those script and use the command. Different command will be there in Selenium ID, and after this Java concept, we will see number of things like what is our object, what is class, what is interface, what is our object oriented concept will be there. How can we use our data types, how can we use our these operators, how can control our conditional statement and switch case loop. Okay, so everything we are looking for, and we'll complete it soon, this Java concept. Then we can move to our web driver side. So I will try to complete today itself for this Java topics. Okay, and next weekend on Saturday, Sunday we'll start our web driver. This majorly things. Okay, so now. Uh, as we had seen this storing data types and string data types and functions, and command line and array. So this was missed yesterday. Now we had also uh, complete this array. We would like to start string today. Before we start testing today, we can see the array. What we have seen in array one dimension we have seen yesterday, single dimension array. But today we will see two dimensional array. How can we handle it and how it will be accessible? So for two dimensional array, the declaration thing will be similar way, but only the thing will be you can use uh, like say this is a single dimension array. This format to declaration of array, okay, variable declaration, and then for two dimensional array, a multi-dimensional array, you can use like this. I'm using another example, preparing another class for this multiple dimension. So this is a multiple dimension. Here we have to start our writing program, public static void, then main string arguments, then we have to start this. Okay, now what we have to do, now we have to use our data types. What is data types? The syntax of declaration of two-dimensional array will be like this. First is data type, we have to write like single dimension data types, and there will be, if suppose we are using single bracket in this one, this is called single dimension, and if suppose we are using double, so it's called multi-dimensional, two-dimensional. Okay, so here there's an array refer value. This is our any kind of anything you can write here, like ABC element, whatever you like. Then there will be new instantiation keyword. Then the data type like this. So this is the way. Here and here we have to define the range of our values, the range of our values in this field. Like this will be your row and this is your column. You can say, okay, I N J. So always you can write first row and second will be uh, first bracket is showing us a row and second will be shows a column. Okay, so for this you can write your you can declare data here, variable here. So how can we write? Like integer value we are writing like this array equal to what will be the new, then what is data type or integer data type, then this is our array. Now here we have to define how many rows we are looking and how many columns we are looking here. Okay, this is our row and column. Suppose now array, here what we have to do, suppose, so as you can see in array, as we also told yesterday, in array our first location will define as a zero indexing based on zero index. So as in Excel sheet, if suppose we are discussing all this Excel sheet, so if suppose we are having we are using two column and three rows, like see this is our first, second, third. We are talking about this three. Okay, so this is our this cell. What position will be there? That's our zeroth column. See, this row is our zeroth row, and this column in our zeroth column. Okay, so this location of this cell will be 0 0. 0 0 means 0 row 0 column. Okay, means this cell. Here if suppose we are coming here, so this will be 0 row and first column. So 0 1 2 3 4 like that, and this also 0 1 2 3 4 like that. So it's running on here. So this is a 1 0 2 0, and here this is 1 1, this is 1 2, sorry, 2 1. Okay, and here this will be 0 2, then 1 2, then 2 2. So this way we would like to, this is our location. Okay, this is 0 0 0 1 0 2. First thing will be first number will represent a row, and second will represent as column. Okay, so similar way here we can initiate our value. So in array, this is our variable. In array there will be zeroth location and zero row and zero column. Here we would like to print, suppose, 7. Okay, similar in array, how many row we are, how many column will be there? There will be 3 column, 3 row, 3 column. 3 row, 3 column means there will be 0, and this is the second column. Second column will be suppose 8, and then third row, first row, third column. So first row, third column will be like this, 9. Okay, so this is our first row. Now second row. So for second row, just we can use this one again. I am using copy paste here. So here you can just change this one. Only we need to change this row number. Column number will be same. So value we can change value will be like this. Anything is a new. Okay. So this is our second row. This is our first row. Okay. This is the first row. Second row. And for third row, what we will do? For third row we have to change our row number. That's 2, 2, and 2. Column number will be same. Okay. Column number will be same. Now, if suppose we are executing it, system.o.o, then yes. Now what we have to do? Now here we require what we have to require? We require some condition here. Okay. So what will be condition? Condition will be like, see, first we have to check our row and column. Okay. So here we can require I equal to 0 and I is less than how many row? So there will be row count 3. This is a 3. So it's less than 3. Where is? 1 second. Our condition will be there. There will be 3. Then I plus plus. Okay. This for our row. Now for column, int j equal to 0, j is less than 3 again, then j plus plus. Okay. Now what we have to type? We have to type. We would like to enter our array I and j. Okay. I and j. So it's not required here. So you can see here when we execute. So right now it's coming us on a one dimension, but we require to print in a single way. So we can use this one, print and here we require some space. So for that we have to use single line, nothing will be there. Okay, we can execute this, then you can see here. So for space between two values 7, 8, 9 in between, then here you can use some space also. Okay, so this is our first row 7, 8, 9. Then once again I'm changing this value, third row of value 1, sorry, this 1, that's called 0. Okay, saving it. If when executing, so then you can see this is the first row 0, 0 location 0, 1, 0, 2. This second row 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2, and this third row 2, 0, 2, 1, and 2, 2. So this is our two-dimensional array example. Okay. Instead of using this, also you can say this is a multi-dimensional array. If we can increase the length of the integer, if suppose we are using here 5, so it's come into our exception error. Whenever we are running it, so it is executed properly because this is 3. Okay, but if suppose we are using this out of array bounding, it's come. So we'll see into this exception because everything will become 0. Okay, if suppose there is some uh, we are doing some this like this, it should be come error equal. We'll see into exception error side. Okay, so you can increase it per your requirement as per our row and column size. Okay, so this is way to write because there is no value, that's why we are getting the value is 0. Okay, so another way of this program, similar program is for two-dimensional array. We are this is multi-dimensional, you can say also. If suppose we are using uh, two-dimensional, so in this case you have to prepare program like same thing. We have to write this one. Let's change it to require. See, in this case, how we can define our variable. This is one another way to define our variable, this int array like this, and we can define like 7, 8, 9. Okay, this one section 0, 0 location, and then define as this is the first location. Okay, now this is our third location. Okay, this is our third location. Now suppose you would like to use same thing, same concept will be applicable here also. Okay, the length of the array will be 3, a row is 3 and column is also 3. How many rows, how many columns? So this will be 3. Now suppose you would like to execute this, then again you can see your values. Okay, this come your 0th location, 0, 1 and 2. Okay, so this is 0. So this all value come into our column. These are our column 1, column 2, column 3. So column 0, column 1, column 2, column 0, column 1, column 2, column 1, column 0, column 1, column 2. And this position for all, this all value come into our 0 location, 0 row. So this is 0 row value. Okay, so this is another way to write our two-dimensional array. No, the syntax will be different. The syntax will be your data types. Okay, your data types, and this will be okay. After that, okay, one second. One second, Devesh. Mm, yes, just
So that syntax for a multidimensional array, it says data type, then the size, then the name of that array, and then new data type, right? So
yes,
while declaring we have given int. Int is my data type.
yes.
Then comes my size.
Hmm,
Then ARR is my array name, right?
hmm,
And then again new int.
hmm.
But when I'm doing the same thing on my machine, it's giving me some error.
What error?
Uh,
Can you paste in chat section?
Sorry.
Paste those error in chat section.
Okay. It's giving cannot be resolved to a type.
Hmm. One second. I'm taking your system as a. I'm changing presenter. I'm changing to you as a presenter. You can just show us. Okay,
Yeah.
Divyesh. Yes, I'm giving you.
Hello.
Yes, yes. I
Yeah.
got it.
Can you see it now?
Yes, yes. We.
Yeah.
Jay, can you see this screen? Divyesh, this is not div. This is a new int. Okay. Now you
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I got it.
okay.
Yeah.
Fine. So yes.
Now, do I need to? Uh,
Yeah,
give the
so
control
now,
again.
yes, sir. Yeah, I got it. No problem. So
Okay.
can you see our screen now?
Yes, yes.
Okay, fine. So now you can declare this value in your system, and you can just put a loop. This loop is for a row. Okay. This first loop, whenever we are getting here, this is for row for loop for row. Okay. And this loop where we are using int j, this is for our column. Here we are using loop. This is for column. Okay. Totally delete this. Okay. So whenever you will get an error, so at that time just move your cursor to the particular error messages in there. Whenever we are doing some error, like suppose you did mistake, Divesh, I think this is not our uh, data type. Actually, we are defining data type like int or character.
Yes.
Okay, and then we can use here whenever we are moving our cursor to the error section, so we can see a lot of quick fixes there. But once again, I'm showing you this change to int. Okay, so here this Eclipse and NetBeans text editor will help us to resolve our problem very easy way. Earlier, whenever we used like Notepad or WordPad when we are using, so this kind of feature is not there. So sometimes it will be very hectic job to solve our error. Okay, this is now one thing you can see into your application as a debugging. If suppose we are getting number of error in our page, okay, whenever we are writing program and the program executing, we are running this program, and suppose in some line we are getting number of array, sorry, number of error, every time we are failing those line of code, particular line of code. So how can we handle it? So for that thing, we can debug our program. How can we debug? For debugging way, this icon you can see here, this icon, this in toolbar section, this when you move your cursor to run button besides there, you can get a debug multiple dimension. Okay, so when you click it, okay, when you click it, so our this editor will be we are getting first, whenever first time we are doing, so this Eclipse edit, can ask some uh, access permission asking, just you can click to allow us. Okay, and after that also there will some another confirmation you will get from system, okay, for debugging way. So if suppose we had checked this checkbox, so it's not asking every time. Once it is asking, that time where we click it, exactly is move to debug mode. Okay, right now I am clicking no. So where we would like to debug our application, okay, in which area we would like to debug our application. So whenever we are executing our program, suppose I would like to debug this line of code, that's a loop number 27. Whenever we come to this loop 27, our debug will be start. So first we have to select those line where we would like to start debug. Okay, so 27th row we would like to start our debug. Okay, so then how can you do? We are into debug mode. Okay, right now we are into debug mode. So you can see here, we just stop it. We terminate our debug right earlier what we did. So first we have to select the row number, which row, line of code, which line we would like to um, want to debug. Okay, then we can click this debug. Then we select yes. Okay, now you can see your screen will be coming like this, and here you will get a variables, breakpoint, everything. Right now we are id equal to 17. The array id is giving us this by default id value will be displayed by system, because it is convert over the mm, build build is created. So build will be there, one id is created automatically. So id equal to 7 for this array, and there you can see in this section in left panel there's a debug. In debug section there's a demo package under our 8 local hosts. This is our local system port, and then thread. Okay, suspend breakpoint at line number 27. It was executed till line of before line of 27, and it's when it's reached to line number 27, where we had defined our we would like to debug this line. So for after that, when we reach our debugger point, what we have to do, we just press function F6. Okay, function F6 you can press. Then you can see you your value will I equal to 0. Okay, you can see first loop is running I equal to 0. Now you can see j equal to 0. Now here we would like to print I0 j0. I0 j0 means what was there? I0 j0 means this is a 7. Okay, so now just press F6. Our execution is done. You can see here this output come to 7. Now again, now our loop is running from here till the our this condition is applicable. Okay, we this loop is run once, and this loop will run till less than 5. Okay, so if suppose we are pressing again, so I value will be same, but j value will be increased. So 1. Now again we come to, then you can see there value 8. Again press 6 F6, our j value will be increased to, we will get a value 9. Again F6, our value will be 3, j value will be 3. Then again F6, now we come to outside, because there will be no value, because there is 0 value. So there you can see this one our uh, array exception handling, you can say. There's array index out of bound exception. Okay, this kind of exception you will get whenever we are using uh, mm, our value, but there is no value. Like say there is only, we are defining our 3 row. Okay, 1 2 3, 3 column will be there, and 3 row will be there. Okay, and we are checking for our, which one we have selected here, for debug mode, multiple dimension. Okay, so multiple dimension, here you can see we are having only 3 row and 3 column. Okay, but here we are checking for fifth row and fifth column. So it was work for 3, because we are having value till 3. There is 0 value. Okay, so that's why we are getting a error bounding exception. So if our row and column size will mismatch as per our declaration, so at that time we'll get a array index out of bound exception. Okay, so whenever you will get this kind of exception, so you just check your define variable size of array length. Okay, so this is one exception you can see. There are a lot of exceptions in our program. Okay, we'll see one by one. So this is a way to debug your application or your program. Now we would like to move our normal condition. Normally means we want to switch our Java program side because the layout is not able to write a program proper way. So then again we have to click this Java. So right now see, even whenever we are debugging, so at that time you can see this debug tab right up corner, you can see here the debug is enabled. Okay, but Java is disabled now. So here now we have to click Java and we have to enable it. Okay, so now we came into in proper mode where we can see our this project explorer and our classes auto defined. Okay, so you do practice for this, and you can see lot of examples, lot of program you have to write, like uh, list down 1 to 10 values, or list down character values ABCD, or you can create some Fibonacci series, convert temperature from Celsius to Fahrenheit, and also some mathematical operation like some abstraction, multiplication, and division, calculate the result, like how many the condition as we seen yesterday, like the past health scenario. Okay, how which percentage of number will be passing criteria, failing criteria. So that kind of application, and how can we compare our two values. Okay, so that come into our if condition side. Okay, so you have to prepare your own, and there are a lot of example also you can see in the net as well. So for this you require lot of hands-on programming experience, because whenever you write the program for Selenium as well, and also whenever you mm, will move to your skill enhance, and also for interview, if suppose you are facing some interview, so they can majorly ask to this Java related questions. Okay, like what is array, there, how can we write, and there will be some program they can give you to write a program for this particular um, mm, simple program like that. Okay, so now moving to our next topic, that was hash map. Okay, so hash map is nothing but your uh, collection class, and it is used for our storing and value pairs. Okay, so there is in hash map. Okay, in hash map, see, this is a hash map. Okay, this hash map is a map based collection. It is a collection actually. Okay, map collection class that is used for storing our values and a pair. But there is this, whenever we are preparing this, so there is no guarantee as the order of map, means like there is some specific order of our values 1 2 3 like that. So there is no order in a such way for storing our value, and it is similar to our hash table. There is another thing into this array section. This is also coming to array. There will be hash table. This will be capital. Yes, hash table. So hash table class expect that is unsynchronized and permit null. So there should be in hash table, you can see some null value and null key also. But in hash map it should not null. Okay, so we'll see how can we use our hash map, and which kind of example of hash map in our uh, Java. Okay, so for that you can say there will be map. What is a map? Okay, so hash map you can see here. So map is an object. Okay, this is an object that keys to value is, is related to values, and a map cannot contain duplicate values. Okay, it should not contain any duplicate values. So therefore we are having uh, you can say main implementation map interface. Okay, so one is your hash map. Okay, in map, this is part of map. In map there will be three main implementation of interface class. So there will be one is the hash map, and second will be linked hash map, and third one will be tree map. Tree map can contain duplicate value as well. Okay, so this is a tree map. So hash map, what is a hash map? So hash map is make no guarantee to concerning order of iteration. Okay, number of iteration, how it will be. Iteration means loop. Okay, how many loop will be there? So 2 3 loop if suppose we are giving, so there will be condition we apply, like it will run for 3 times. So there is no order restriction to which condition will be exit first, which will be second, like that in hash map. Okay, but in tree map, there is tree map is store its element in a red block tree format and order its element based on their value. According to this value, it will be uh, execute. So there will be some value like 1 2 3 4. So there will be incremental order or decremental order. So there will be some specific order will be there in tree map, but it is slower as compared to hash map, because hash map is no order. It is not containing any kind of order, but here there is order. So there is no order, so every time it will execute one by one randomly. But here it is following order. So due to that following order restriction, it's getting some delay. Okay. So that is a difference between these two, hash map and tree map. Okay. And second thing will be our this linked hash map. So linked hash map is also its element on uh, based on order in which they were inserted into the set. Okay, whenever means the according to our insertion, when we insert A first, B later, so it will like this. Okay, or if suppose we are putting yes, suppose Z. Okay. So this suppose we are having some variable or some values Z, A, B, F, H. Okay. So it's not considering which is our order. A will come first, B, then B, then F, then H. After that Z. Not like that. It will be work according to his inserted value. First insertion, first come first service, like that. Okay, first come first out. So this kind of concept will be applicable for linked hash map. Okay, so we'll see example of this hash map. Okay, and hash table as well. So hash table, hash map, this is very you can say complexity will be there, so you have to learn this. Yep. One second. Divyesh, you asked about two print statement in our program. Okay. So see, to print statement for that, see this is giving us for this loop, inside this loop, okay, for column we are printing this value 0 row for the column 789, okay, and we are there space. If suppose we are not using space, so it will be looking like, one second, looking like 789, okay, 789. And if suppose here we are using println, okay, so if suppose here we are using println and we are not using this, we are not using this single println, if suppose we are using, so then you can see what happened. You can see here main thread exception 789 is our output, but here you can see here array index founding array, because we are not getting anything. One second, this array or bounding array come here, change 3. Now see, when we are using single print statement for this loop, so every time we are getting a single row, but there is 3 row. It's looking as a single row, one row. Okay. So for we are moving after finishing one row or one. Okay, this for total, this for one row, one column. Okay. So for second row start, when we like to start second row, it's come to our this print statement. There we are not writing anything, just we are using this print statement because of after completing our this two three column, first to third column, then it's move to second row, 5 to 1 is coming to second row, then again it's enter, then coming 310 like that. So for that reason we are using here this uh, print out statement two times. What happened? And similar for this object. Okay. So, what happened here? The same. Okay. So here I think some mistakes happened. What's missing for last time? While the execution is done, Let's come into proper format. Now when we try to debug, if suppose this kind of error we are getting here, then you can start debug your application. 1, 2, 3. Here only, it's not going to here. So the letters I don't know what happened last time. Okay, so did you got it? Why we are using this two print statement? We are means breaking our line. Okay, we are looking. That's our first row, second row, third row. That's why we are using here. This is showing us our column number. Okay, this row is defining. This statement is printing as our column, and this is our defining as our breaking our row number. Okay, that's why we are using here two times print statement. Okay, now see, we are looking for hash table uh, examples. So hash table example, if suppose we are using, so for that hash table example will be, first you have to take this and you have to write this one, public static void, this is common before starting our program. Okay, this main function where our program will start execute. Okay, now here we have to define some array list. Okay, so array list like array list, you have to create names equal to new array list we are prepared. So this array list is a collection, also coming to our util collection of this Java util package. Okay, so for this kind of this collection package we require some import section. Okay, this is automatically come into Java program. So whenever we are getting error, so we have to just move cursor and we are getting the quick fix. Suppose some import section will require some implementation thing we require. So just we can select import Java util array list. Now here you can see name dot names dot add name dot add. Okay, what you would like to add suppose Mumbai. Okay, add suppose we are using Mumbai. Similar way, 4 3 4 5 6 kind of city name like Pune, Delhi, um, Ahmedabad, Chennai, Kolkata. Okay, now this is our S. Here we have to use iterator. Iterator is nothing but our loop concept. It's a loop iterator. Iter also you can put here. Anything you can put here. So name dot. What will be there? Name dot iterator. This iterator is our array list. Okay. Now here again we have to select this. Here you can see this also come into our util package inside. We can import it. Then you can see here this import section always come into your class name or this package name in between. Okay, automatically it's come to there. And after that we have to create a loop for while, and you can use this iter dot hash next is there or not for verifying first. We can use this, and what we would like, there will be some string object will be there we have to create, and then we have to use string. What is a string? Iter dot what was there next. So next will be there. Then we have to what we have to write system dot o dot print. What print will be there? The object. Okay. So that thing we require to print. So this is not in use. So now you can see here everything is printed. Mumbai, Pune, Delhi, Ahmedabad, Chennai, Kolkata. Okay. This is our array list when we are creating. So this is the name 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We 6 times we are written different way. So this iterator will get all this name dot iterator it means, and we are getting iter. We define here iter will dot has next. So first it come Mumbai, then this loop is running on, then come Pune, then it's running on Mumbai, Delhi, Ahmedabad, Kolkata, Chennai, Kolkata. So this order, okay, according to the order of the values, it is executing one by one and getting us our output. So this is our hash table example, okay, with the help of array list. Okay. Now here you can see what is array list. So array list is nothing but our see collection of values in a sequentially. Okay, and also you can see the array list in your program as well. So list is our order of collection. Okay, list may be contain our duplicate also. So this array list when we are preparing, so here we can use some duplicate value as well. So this is our, like, see, Mumbai is will be one side printed, and instead of Mumbai we are using Pune as well. So if suppose you can execute this, so 2 times Pune, so duplicate value will be come into your indexing section also. Okay, so this is your array list, and this is example of our hash table. Okay, and if suppose we are looking for hash map example, so hash map example will be similar but some different. So variable definition will be some like, uh, we have to add our hash map in our program. Okay, so this is some complex. I think you are having some doubts also. So do practice once. You have to read. For this, you can refer one book. There's a complete reference. Complete reference will having all this structural way explanation, and also you can get a detailed information in internet. Also, there is a number of PDF file available in internet as well. Number of tutorials will be there as well. Okay, so hash map, hash table will be shown you very in detail. Okay, so before hash map and hash table you have to understand from array first. Okay, so you have to write a program with a different format, array program. Then you can go to hash table or hash map section. Okay, so this is our hash table. Now we are looking for example of our hash map. How can we write our hash map example? So hash map program, suppose we are writing hash map in M, it will be always capital. Okay, so what we have to do, suppose we are written something here in class section, and we would like to change our this name, we would like to rename our class. Okay, so how can we do? So directly we cannot change from this section. We can do here also, but the best way to change our name will be this one way to change our class name. If suppose we are closed, if suppose we had closed this and somewhere we are getting some error. Okay, so what have to do? So for that we just move to a section that we have to open it, then you can check this, and also you can change your class name from here. You just right click your class name. Divesh, you are asking about this, why did we mention this string? Hash table, 1 second. This one. Okay, so this is because of this. See, this string we are creating a array. This is array list, and this all are our string value. If suppose you are moving from here, okay, so if you are moving here, so it will not, because see, iterator we are defining here, this iterator will be count over this all number of values, this name 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, here if suppose using single string, it will not work for us. We are looking here for all strings. Okay, so we are creating an object, string object, string the loop iterator dot next. So here we are creating a, we are this loop here, iter dot hash next. Okay, so iter dot hash next, you whenever you are moving your cursor, then you can see here some reference will you are getting here, boolean. See, this is into our boolean. Okay, then, oh, one second, you will see the reference hash next. At what time we are using hash next? Hash next we are using for checking the condition, it's returning true or false. Okay, so return true if the iteration has more element. Okay, if single element will be there, so we cannot use iterator. Okay, there are lots of element with us, like Mumbai, Pune, Delhi, Ahmedabad. 6 element will be there. So for that condition, our loop will be applicable. Okay, it, okay, and then same thing you can see here, when you move over cursor, so then true if iterator has more than element. Okay, one second. We are using debug for this. Okay, we can use here debug in 23rd of line or 20, where you like to debug, line number 21 or 23. 21. Okay, okay, now see, we are debugging it. Okay, now pressing F6, it's come first element Pune, then it's moved to our while loop, again checking our object, come here printing our object Pune. Third time it's going, getting success, coming Delhi. Next time it's getting object, iterator next. What was the next we are printing it? That should be Ahmedabad. Then again next, then it's go to Chennai. Again move next, object finding, then it's move and print Kolkata. Now there is no loop, there is no element. Okay, it's move out from the loop. Okay, then our application is closed. Program is closed. So iterator is nothing but your loop. Okay, iterator is nothing but your loop. Whenever we are having multiple elements, then we can use loop. Yes, if suppose you have not mentioned a string here, so how can we print it? Suppose we are not using a string here. One second, I just print here object. Okay, so what is the object? Some variable have to define here object. Object is a variable. So object is which kind of variable? Variable we are looking for, this is our string variable. These all are our strings. Okay, so it means here we have to define some strings. Okay, so string objects, but string object whenever we are using iterator next, so there will be some string at cost. That see there quick fix will be there. So quick fix when we are putting here, so there automatically it's come to in bracket, because we are looking this multiple string, multiple elements, not in single element. Okay, if suppose there will be single element, so we cannot use iterator. Iterator will always use for multiple elements will be there, or more than one element will be there. Okay, if suppose we are using only two things, suppose we are uh, commenting this list of element, suppose I am commenting this. See, only there will be two value. Okay, again we would like to execute using debugger. Then you can see first it's come to Pune. What will happen? One second. First I have to change this name. Okay. After that we can see. Now you can see here we are into this location. Now see F6 Pune ID. It's print Pune. Now then Kolkata. Okay. Finish it. Come to our Java section. Okay. So whenever you have similar kind of doubts anywhere in your program, best way to debug your application and understand the flow of your application. Why we are writing this, and change the value on data types, change your data types, change your anything else anywhere. If suppose you are having that kind of doubt, so you just do examine those things. Okay. Here also you can see the Java. See, array is our, you can say, collection of your similar kind of data types. Okay, similar kind of data types. But in array table, there will be the hash table. No? Hash table is your also the list of collection, but there's a duplicate value will be there. In array, there will be different criteria. In array, there will be that will be your duplicates will be also there, but the restriction will be there. So this is, you can say array will be your main component, you can say, and hash table is coming to the picture, the hierarchy of this. If suppose you can see for hierarchy of collection in you can see collection framework, actually that's all are coming to our collection framework, because this is a collection of interface, you can say. Okay, so collection hierarchy of this particular uh, thing, the attributes. So collection util package, so that will be your, you can see this is our, all are coming to our collection section. Okay, all are collecting some values, similar kind of a sequential kind of data and variables. Okay, so there will be some object. Okay, so there will be in collection, there will be object. In object is divided into two parts. One is the array section, and second is your collection. Okay, so collection is divided into different types like set, list, queue. Okay, so there will be hash table, hash set, hash tree, a linked hash tree. So everything will be there. You can see into the documentation section of where I will suggest. Okay, one second. I am giving you one example of this. Uh, where is it? This one section here also you can get the hash table and hash map. So hash map is non-synchronized. It's thread safe and can store between many threads without purpose information code. This one, and it hash map is allow null or multiple null values, but it should not allow null value hash table. Okay, and latency graph is slow and is fast, as I said, and there be traveled by iterator and traveled by emulator and iterator also, and thus the abstractor failed fast. Iterator hash map is failed fast and not failed fast. So storing class, this Java class section, you can see this come into Java class. So in class section, you can see list of these things. Okay, so one by one. That's why I'm saying first you complete your means whenever we come to Java class, we have to complete our this Java array first. Then we can come to our this Java collection will be there, because everything is related in our array list class. Okay, in array list you can see this is dynamic. Okay, we can change our value storing element and extend our abstract list and implementation also our list, and can store our duplicate value, and we can insertion order, maintain our insertion order as I said, and randomly access also. It will because of indexing basis 0 to 1, 0, 1 to 3 location. Okay, so this is your uh, examples. What example we have seen like this? First we array defined, then initially today name dot add name dot add, then this iterator will be defined. This kind of we use Mumbai Pune like that, and there is two kinds of two way of iterator to element in the collection in Java. One is your iterator type, and second is your for each loop. For each loop we have seen last day yesterday, and iterator interface we see today. Okay. So here you can see a number of examples of this one, and you can use a lot of examples. Okay, this come into a totally Java. Whenever you learn this core Java section, everything will be there. Okay, now uh, we what we have to say, we would like to see this hash map program. Okay, hash map program will be like, first you have to write your this one, and then you have to use your this iterator as well. We require some. Now you can use hash map for this. How to declare your hash map? How can we declare hash map in our program? So hash map declaring will be like this: hash map, and then data types. What kind of data type we are looking for? Like integer or string. Okay, so this is our declaration of variable. Suppose here we are using h hash map equal to new. The new is a keyword, and then hash map. Okay, now see, there will be what will be there: integer again, integer and string. Okay, now here what will be there? Just like object we are creating. Similar way here we have to do here whatever error we are getting here. So that error we have to resolve it. When you move your cursor to that particular text, you can see the quick fix import hash map java.util. So this import section come to here, and our error is resolved. Okay, now we would like to add some element for this hash map. Okay, so how can we add? Add means like earlier we did hmap dot, what we can use, put. We would like to enter some value here, so we can use this put thing. Okay, this is two argument will be asking here. One argument is our integer, so we can use here any number. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, anything. And here the second argument will be our string. So for string you can use here, suppose Mumbai. Okay, second argument will be our Mumbai. So similar way, if suppose we are using different element. Okay, so suppose we are using 10, 22 and 42, 10. Any order you can write here. No. Okay, Mumbai instead of Mumbai there will be Delhi, Pune, Chennai, Kolkata, Hyderabad, and again here what will be, suppose Sinda. Okay, so we did this. Now we had declared our hash map. Okay, after that we would like to display whatever contents we are using this using iterator. So last time we seen how iterator we are using, so this kind of, so same here we can use our uh, for display. Here we are using this iterator function, and now here we can use some uh, thing different. There will be one set equal to hmap dot, what will there, there will be entry set. See, get will be single object content. Entry set means there will be integer where we can get return a set of values. There will be of mapping containing it to the maps, and set is backed by map. So change the map are reflected in set and vice versa. So if this map is modified while an iteration over set is in progress, so that will be there. So we can use here this entry set entry set, then semicolon. Now we can resolve this error where we are getting this error set. So when you move your cursor there, then again you are getting the util command, util package section, because this comes from util section. Testable, we can store, but the separately. I will give you example for hash table also. I will show you some example of hash table, okay, separately. So here first we would like to display our contents, what contents we are using here in above declaration. So for that we require here some iterator will be there. Iterator again we are asking. So it equal to, now set dot what is the iterator. Okay, set dot iterator. Again we can resolve this. We have to again we have to select this util. Just we have to initiate those things which is come from which collection. Okay, now here we require some loop. That's while loop we can use here, because while loop, why we are using while loop we are using, because of till the our condition getting true, that execution will running on. If our condition is failed, then our execution is stopped. Okay, so while 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 loop, then we can use here iter iterator dot has next. Okay, iter dot get has next. Then in outside we would like to print those things. So how can we print it? So for print, before print we can map something entry key. What is our entry? Mm, map dot entry, map dot entry, and entry and entry equal to, sorry, map entry equal to, again here same kind of, because we declare here the string. Earlier we had declared a string, that was it's not required here. So again we enter string. Last time we put here string. Okay, last time we put here string. Oh sorry, last time we put here, when we define in our previous example, there will be a string. We define object here, object string object dot iterator next. So here we can use this map entry. Okay, we have already declared the string in our all map values. Okay, the Mumbai, Delhi, Pune, like that. And after that, what will be there? Iter dot next. Iter dot next. Okay. So now when you print, when you like to print our key, what is the key? Key is our, sorry, key is, what is the key? Key is our m entry dot get key. M entry dot get key. There we see there is some get key plus, and value is what? Value is, you can see in next line of code. Value is, we can directly use here also. We can use in second line code. Value is our m entry dot get value. You can write down that on that line of code only. Here only we can write down, but that will be some length and because that's why we can use else. Also you can use like this. I'm entry just you can write here. Also that's not an issue. Okay, so you can close it. Now whenever, now here we can display our content using iterator. Okay, this is a where we are setting our hash map, so it will display our value with iterator, display our uh, contents by using iterator. Okay, suppose there will be another option. Okay, there will be another option to display our value based on value. So how can we write this for code? So get value based on his key. Based on his key, how can we get it? Suppose we remove hmap dot key, which key? Third number. Okay. When suppose we are removing our key in third, then after removal, then system map key and values after removal. Okay. After removal, what will be there? After removal, you can set again, set to equal to hmap dot entry set. Okay, entry set again need to come. Then now iterator. Now here this iterator 2. This iterator already was defined there. There will be data2 equal to set2 dot our iterator. Okay. Again we have to define this. This come from our from our. Okay. Now again we have to define our for again we have to define our for loop. For loop condition will be iterator2 dot has next, then condition will be there. Okay. Then we can define same thing, uh, map dot entry m entry. This is second variable. So again we can use map dot entry and iterator to at this time. Here you can use iterator uh, to dot next. Okay. Then again close it, and here we can write down again this value. Same thing will be, you have to write this system dot, because you are using here. Okay. Now you can use system this m-entry2 dot get value and m-entry dot key, and this get values. Okay. So now if suppose you have completed this, so this is a two example. One is for our hash map declaration we have used here. So one is a displaying value containing displaying content using iterator, and second will be get value based on the his key. Okay. Now suppose you are executing this hash map program, so then you can see the what is the value and what is his key. So now you can see uh, this is one second. There will be some space is required. Uh, in the this more 2 and this 2 and 1 by second, then removal. After removal, we are getting some immediate detection. So what we have to do, we require some more space. So for using more space, I am using, okay. Here I am using, I am requiring some just just for showing you some space in between. So what we have to do, just you can use this kind of thing, system println. This is not related to our this program, but only the print statement only we are putting here for breaking our line. Okay, this there is very closing in between. So just I would like to make here one space. Okay, one row blank. So one row blank should be like that. So you can see here. So now key 2 and value is Mumbai. What is the key 2? This is our key and this is our value. Now you can see this value 18 and this is Hyderabad. 5 Delhi. 22 is Chennai. 10 is Pune. 42 is Kolkata. 45 is Shimla. So you can see here our application is running in hash map, but it is randomly. Okay, it is running randomly. It is not following any order. In hash map, it is running our script properly, but it is not giving us a proper order. If proper order should be there, so it's first display Mumbai, then Delhi, Pune, Chennai, like that. But here we are getting first Mumbai, then Hyderabad, then Delhi, like this. So this one example of this application we see for this hash map. So this get value Best key. Of hash map removal 3. Hash map removal 3 means you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One, 3, so not remove key number 3. It should be removed. Yes, program that to debug those things, then execution started. Come to here. The thread exists line of author and outline is not available. This not work. This not required here. Okay. This is not required. This line of code is not required. So for in creating a debug in particular row of program, line of program, so you just with this blue color pointer, you line number, you just double click, so your debug pointer will be enabled, and when you are double click in the same position, so your debug will be disabled. Okay, so this is way to debug your application program. Okay, so this is example of your hash map. Okay. So there is some more example with there, and some if suppose you learn it you first, I would like to say you do some practice on this, and if suppose you are getting some query or some doubts, so we'll solve in our next class. Okay, and before that I would like to say some these more topics, like see there will be some, as I say, there we have whenever we are using our program or writing our program, so there will be two kind of error will be there. One is our uh, checked kind of, we are getting some exception whenever we are running our program, executing our program. So there are three kind of uh, thing will be there that's coming to our exception handling. Okay, that exception handling part is nothing but our powerful mechanism, and it should be handle our runtime error and also our compilation error. Okay, so with the help of that, we can execute our application and our program very proper way, where we can check that application the functionality is working properly. Okay, so actually that exception handling means in a dictionary format, if suppose you move to, then you can say that will be abnormal condition. Okay, in a dictionary format definition, if suppose we are looking for, that's come to our that thing like it is a abnormal form, the exception handling is. And second is our it will handle our runtime error whenever we are putting something, some mistakes we did, like there will be arithmetical error will be there, some number format is not matching, some data type will be not matching. So that kind of thing we are getting that error. Okay, so that will be class not found, input output SQL connection string will be not there, remote access also will be not in proper way. So those kind of error we are getting. So that should be in our error exception section. Okay, now so for this kind of error exception, how can we handle it? Okay, so we can handle it with the help of this one. One is checked. One checked means to the class that extends travel class. Okay, where we can use like whenever suppose one simple program we are writing and we are did some uh, here. If suppose we in class section there will be some throw. If suppose we are getting some error, it's compilation error. It's here suppose we can syntax miss. Okay, this error, this come into our class section. Okay, so the classes that extends through class. Okay, that except the runtime exception and error input output experience are your example. That's come into our checked error, checked condition. So this error, whenever we are getting this thing, it's come into our compilation time, whenever we compile our program after writing. So that comes this kind of exception we are calling it a checked exception. Okay, there will be unchecked exception. Unchecked exception means our functionality will be same. Okay, suppose uh, this is our one mathematical operation. Okay, here suppose we are using zero. Okay. So our program is perfect. We compile it, it's compiled properly, we checked it, but whenever we are executing it, so at that time we can get some error that's come into our runtime error. That's arithmetic exception, that divided by zero. Okay. Also, whenever we are using, there will be sometimes null point exception, null point. Yes, yes, I will. Yes, I will. I will send you the hash map and hash table program. Okay, and also I will send you some documentation for this particular topics, hash map and hash table related. Okay, so that will be help us to clear our doubts, whatever doubts we have, and in our next lecture we can solve this Java related program. So we'll see some program of Java, simple program, not something critical, but majorly what kind of application we require. Yes, yes, definitely. I will see, and also you can check that hash map and hash array list. So we'll discuss next class, and after that also we'll start our Selenium web travel as well. Okay. So this is our exception. Okay. and this is our exception kind of thing where we can uncheck our null point exception, or I will write and just you can see you had seen our array value is not a real life example we'll see in our Selenium program. Okay, Jayesh, sorry Jay. So this real life example we'll see whenever we are creating our program in Selenium. That time I will show you how can we use on this hash table and how hash map. Okay, because that time what we have to do at that time we can uh, integrate our Excel reading also, because we will use those things in our automation framework side. So whenever we are creating framework, so at that time we have to create some Excel file. Yes. That we will whenever we are creating framework. Okay, so that hash map concept will be coming into picture when we creating our framework. Okay, so whenever we are creating framework, so we can define our Excel sheet. So first we have to create Excel sheet. In Excel sheet there will be a different column and different row. Okay, and different sheet as well. So we are integrate each sheet get together like three. If you see in Excel sheet, so there will be three sheets. Like see right now, this one sheet, then second sheet, then third sheet. Okay, so in this all sheet we are collectively we can how work. So that will be possible with the help of hash map or hashable as well. Okay, so so we are integrating all these three, and we can use our, because see whenever suppose I am saying that we are writing here, for example, here our TCID, okay, and this is our run mode. Okay. Suppose this is our login and this run mode is Y. Okay. Now second sheet, this is our test steps where we have to follow. This is TCID, and what is our object, and this is our keyword, what keyword we have to perform. Okay, and this is our data. So this data come from where? Because there are lot of data come from our third sheet. So this will be TCID means what is our login test post. This is our login test. Here we can define our uh, what kind of data. There will be run mode, kind of thing, and there will be which browser we would like to use, browser defined. There will be username, there will be password. Okay, so see this is the login. That's why we are using this kind of. There, see this is not limitation of our browsers. You proposing browser, like here suppose we can use first time with Mozilla, next time there will be Chrome, next time will be I, next time will be Opera, suppose Safari also. There are 5 browser we are using. So there should be not limitation. We cannot whenever preparing framework or any writing the code, so we cannot assume that or restricts to one to any user to use only this specific browser or single line. We cannot increase our column and like that. So we can increase our row, we can increase our column. So that will be help us using array list as well as our hash map. So accordingly it will work. And also, as you can see in hash map, there is no synchronization. There will be after execution. You can see here, it will be executing but different state. It will first display Mumbai, then come to Pune, then come to Hyderabad, like that. So according to our definition instruction, what execution? Suppose we are using registration. There will be username, password in between first name, last name will be there. Okay, first name, last name. Suppose we define sequential order, so it will first come browser, then username, then password. In between, after opening the browser, always we are getting our registration form of first name, last name. So first name and last name column is our fourth 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, fourth location and fifth location. So how can we read it? So for that we are using here hash map concept, because hash map will be randomly selected our column or values. Okay, so that will be everything will be clear in whenever we are starting our framework. That will be, but this that thing will be come to picture in uh, I think more class number of classes might be in for very second week or first week. Okay, but we can see the hash map example in next week also on Saturday. Okay. So what I'm saying that in exception, I'm saying that in exception, yes. In exception, there will you can see the exception in our program day-to-day activities. Whenever we do some kind of syntax error or some for arithmetic operational error, so we can get some kind of compilation error will be there. So compilation exception will be also there, and also whenever our compilation is successful working, so sometimes we are getting our runtime error also we are getting. So avoiding that kind of error, the runtime error, whenever our program is executing, and for execution kind of things, we should not get a error. If suppose we are getting error, so at that time we can get some kind of report. So that will be come to our we can resolve it some with the help of some method. So for handling that exception handling we call. So exception handling will help us using different ways. Like say there will be one is a try catch method, one is the try catch method, second is the finally, or uh, also there will be throw and throws. Okay, throwing throws as well. So throw is always call was always defined in our class section here in class section. So whenever we are getting error, so always it will be means whenever we are getting some method, so inside this method suppose we are getting error, so it will be always throw some instruction some error to us. So this is throw, and throws means multiple always is defined to our class section, and this is defined into method wise method. So, and finally will be define our after finishing our program finally. And try catch, it will be always defined any method whenever we are writing like this try, and inside the try we can use like this, and we can catch. So whenever we put some error, so catch exception will be there. So catch, there will be some exception we have to print here. Um, try, this is not try, let's try. Okay, and this exception here you can see exception you can resolve it like this. Can like failed like this. So if suppose our this will be failed, okay, this will be failed, that time we will get to this exception and it will display system is this program is failed due to there is some error. You can write here there is some error. So if suppose we are defining this particular method, so we can see there is some error also. Okay, so here we can use that exception. So we have to put some which kind of exception we are expecting there. From there, there will be boolean, there will be arithmetic exception, null pointer exception. Which kind of exception we are looking for? So for that we can use, and here suppose we are executing this. So the time you can see here. So there is some error. Okay, there is some mistake. Earlier it was giving us some error. There will be arithmetic exception, but here right now what was there? It will get the arithmetic exception. Okay, now it's some catch and there will be it's print this value where there is some error. Okay, so we have to check it out why it was error. Also we can mention here which line of code we are getting error, so that will be another way to handle it. And also in our testing point of view, whenever we are writing this kind of test scripting, so we can also write our tests inside this try catch method, and whenever we are getting fail in between the code, so here in catch section we are taking off a screenshot of particular page and send a report also. So there will be two way in cache get a screenshot and send to a specific folder, or also we can send a specific instance email as well. Okay, so this overall our Selenium Java topics. Okay, next time also we'll see some program of Java and as well as hash map and hash table once again. Okay. So, do you have any question from now? So, almost we done our Java programs, uh, Java concepts. Now, suppose we do you have if you have any queries, so just we can send us your questions, and we can resolve it soon, and we can share with you. And also in next class, as we said, and also saying that we can see this hash table and regular expression and some Java programs. So the inside the Java program, you can see this regular expression section. How can we handle our files like input, output, and object-oriented programming concept with them, and some uh, array examples. So the mixers of Java program we can see in our next class. Then uh, after that we will start our Selenium web driver as well. Okay. So please guys, always you should attend the class, and so I will try to finish this thing by 23, 24, because we can might be I am not in 30th and 31st of this month. So we please attend this fourth lecture with us 16, 17, 23, 24. Okay, 30 and 31st I am not there, not here. So might be our class will be not there, not happen. Yes, yes, will definitely I will share with you.